just how like awesome bards are, and like everything you do will feel like magic up until it's
I'm
not
waiting.
important.
I'm waiting for it. My heart is ready.
It'll come.
But my
It'll,
spells.
Don't worry.
It'll,
But my
it'll
spell-
happen.
Listen to Will's wisdom. He plays a bard in my session that pisses me off.
My heart
Yeah.
is ready, but my spell list is not.
Like it took me a while to kind of get used to the bard, and then once I got going, oh boy, it just almost never stopped.
There's definitely a curve. It's a different kind of beast than what I'm used to.
What, smash
Oh,
and slash?
actually.
Yeah, it's a little harder than that.
Yeah.
All right, you can do the recap.
You went.
I'm
All
gonna-
right.
I'm gonna do those things. We are.
All right.
Whoops, that is the wrong thing. Good to go.
All right. After resting and counting out the money, Easy and Co made the decision to move on. He gave Cognac the sheath and Zatara the staff. They examined the ruins, but determined that they didn't make fucking matter. And after gathering the hapless ones, moved up the stairs to the next room, with Easy leading the pack that came upon a long straight room, with a line dividing it in half. Sensing some fuckery, Easy determined that it was some sort of trap made to cut people in half. He was a safe distance from the proposed weapon, but the others might get butchered. With Umari and Cognac's help, he tried to destroy the guillotine trap, but they only managed to bend the blade. Continuing ahead, he found a hidden room full of machinery and proceeded to destroy it like an insane little goblin. This triggered the trap, but it didn't kill anybody. They confidently strode into the hallway and melted their way through the door, and back on the surface, they found themselves in the same woods as they had seen the Mind Flayer the first time. Meanwhile, back on the Reckless Intent, Medallion and Rita had been peacefully resting and keeping the ship ready to leave. Rita mostly focused on the shore, looking for any signal from Inca or Cognac that they needed to leave fast or needed assistance. As the time wore on and rain began to fall, the bird folks took shelter in their hold and let the band of rain pass. The sound of the rain droned on, but eventually it died down into a slight drizzle. And once it had let up, they could hear the faint but ragged breathing and hoarse calls for Daniela. After a bit worried, Medallion and Rita took above to the decks and looked out to see the tossing waves. Just above the sound of the ocean and the storm, they could hear the voice of Captain Three Earrings. Rita flew out to meet Three Earrings and realized the ship had a giant hole in it and was sinking quickly. Inside, Three Earrings had a wound that went from her hip, through her chest, and into her clavicle. Rita asked what fucked her up so bad, but Three Earrings didn't respond. She tried healing magic, but no effect seemed to take place. Now panicked, she tried to check for a pulse, but couldn't find one, and realized Three Earrings wasn't breathing either. In her panic, she called for Medallion, who rushed over in order to revive Three Earrings. He determined the blow was tremendously lethal, but ultimately healed her wound closed as he revived her. With her in a fragile state of life, he slammed healing spells into her and went back to the Reckless Intent to set her up to recover. Rita searched for answers, but found only money. She guesstimated that the boat was damaged by a shatter, or some other weaker but destructive spell. Returning back to the Reckless Intent herself, she and Medallion healed Three Earrings further and tried to make her comfortable while she slept. Rita stayed by her side while she slept and gave her bag of tricks to Medallion to watch for potential danger. After an hour, Medallion noticed the storm moving closer and guessed they had maybe a day before it made landfall. About 4 hours later, Rita found that Three Earrings was awake and asked her several questions, and Haggard Cat answered them to the best of her abilities. She revealed that Boerth had been on the dinghy, but was now lost. And she remembered the ship getting hit by something big and with wings. There were gunshots, screaming, and then she was slashed across her chest. It was all over in seconds as Boerth pulled her into the boat, and they theorized as to what to have caused the injuries to Three Earrings and what to do next, as the storm kicked up in intensity. Jogged by the sounds, Three Earrings returned shakily to the deck and stared out into the green clouds and unconsciously put her hand over her injury and said, "That's no storm." They made back for port to dock and disable the ship to reunite with the rest of the crew. Before they left, Three Earrings called in her favors and got a new diamond and pair of bongo drums for Medallion and Rita. The new diamond for Medallion, the bongo drums for Rita. I realized that might be confusing just now. At the mayor's manor, they discovered it was in disrepair, and inside they found only the hollowed-out corpses of the mayor, his wife, and the remaining servant. Here, Three Earrings revealed that her employer was Jordan Davy Jones, and explained that the beast that attacked her ship had caused the boat to rock, and that Daniela, her sister, was turned into a mind flayer. They showed that the mind flayers on the Reckless Intent were different than the ones they killed in the tunnels, and from a rival clade. She also revealed that they were coming in on an old spelljammer, the Flying Dutchman. With an exhausted crew and little leads, they laid down to rest. Before they could finish resting up, they were ambushed by a mind flayer, and though the others didn't notice due to a lightning bolt shattering the statue of Riza Marsa, Cognac was looking in the right place at the right time for once. He saw an abnormally tall and large mind flayer appear right behind Dumari. In a split second, they locked eyes, and Cognac heard a voice in his head. Without hesitation, Cognac struck right as the mind flayer known as Davy Jones teleported away. And that's where we're picking up. Cognac, someone just stole your crewmate, dude.
That motherfucker!
Wait,
We need to find him.
what happened? What'd I miss? Where did Mari go?
Umari was taken by a mind flayer.
Lies.
He was.
What?
I saw him, I attacked him, look, the nasty blood is right there. And I...
Wait.
Time of Zeus is coming to an
He
end.
was a really fast mind
The
flayer.
time of Zeus has come to an end.
I mean,
Really fast.
and they took Umari of all of us? I'm a little, I think I'm shocked. Is that what I'm feeling? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know why they would take him either, but they did.
Let me pass.
I mean, out of all of us for them to take, they took Umari?
Yeah.
Are
Did
you
not
sure
take.
it's Mind Flayer?
Yes, he had
Come on here. Cognac says that Umari was taken by a mind flayer.
Yes.
Cognac.
Yes.
Every time we saw a mind flayer so far, what happened?
We killed it.
A battle ensued.
Yes.
There was no battle.
Yes, he took Umari and fucked off. I know what they saw, okay?
I mean, clearly Umari's not here. You're probably right. What was I thinking? Motivations need to be fought.
But if you guys went, if you went to the Mind Flayer hideout and you murdered all of them, where would it go? Where did it fuck off to? Where is Umari?
I'm gonna flutter in and try and find Three Rings and say, you know anything about this really fast mind flayer that snatches people like this?
As you go and get Three Earrings, she kind of like drags one of the chairs from inside up to the door and like kicks the other door open. It's like, well, I know most mind players can teleport or plane shift. Also, it feels really good to be able to talk about this shit. Thank you, by the way, and Aiden.
I mean, why couldn't you talk about it? This is so awkward. Everybody is like super hush hush because they're trying to hide the fact that they're a strawberry, and here we are missing Umari.
Oh, Medallion broke a spell that was cast.
Yeah.
You weren't there. I forgot.
And that
I was under the effects of a rather powerful mind control spell. And thanks to little owl friend, I'm not.
And this was cast by one of those mind flayer strawberry people.
Yes, the patriarch, one Jordan Davy Jones.
Hey, Cognac, did the mind flayer tell you his name?
No, he did not.
He did not.
What did he
Unfortunate.
tell you? What did he say?
I repeat what he had said.
So
Wow,
what
that's
he
real
had
good.
said to you, Will, and feel free to paraphrase this in your own Cognac way, was your gods can't save you.
No, your gods don't worship you, and your blade will rest in like his in his chambers on the Flying Dutchman.
Okay, so he said Umberly does not love me, and also that his chamber pot was full.
Nope.
And I just kind of
nope.
shrugged.
I do feel like something of that might have been lost in translation, but I'll take your word for it.
Look, common is not my first language, okay?
Neither is Ship Nolan.
Apparently not even Shipnolid. I have some first language you don't even know.
His first language is Guppy.
Bloop, bloop. Bloop.
I can speak blub blub.
So, I mean, I'm still so surprised that what just occurred, and I am so utterly exhausted that I can't tell if I am frightened or if I just need to go lay down.
Do the gods need more proof
Well,
than this?
The rest of you look pretty
You dare
haggard, but
stand against me? To do
Rita
things
and
to
Medallion
destroy
are fairly
your
fresh to fight.
lives.
You bring something home for yourself?
And she like rubs her chest wound, which is like
Do not
just
dwell on
beginning.
your thoughts,
It's got the really pink scar
as they
scar
will
tissue.
be, not
The very fresh
as they
scar
will
tissue.
not be yours
I just-
to keep.
Look at her, like, trying to figure out why she's trying to show off a wound like anybody cares.
Like she just goes like that and goes, and me myself, I could use the rest.
And then I'm going to walk about, like, 15 feet away from most of the group and then just stare blankly off into nothingness as I ritual cast Tiny
Will
Hut
lead
without
you
even
to
realizing
know
it.
peace. Trust
Oh,
my
inside or
words,
outside the
because
mansion?
I know
Out inside the mansion.
a warrior
Okay.
must not feel for his enemy.
Yep, right there
Close
in the
your
widest
heart to
open
their
spot.
Desperation. Close your heart to their fear. I'll give you a death worth deserving
And then,
of mindless
too
battling,
overwhelmed by the pure
starvation, surrounded by shadows
randomness
of the
of
deep. Don't
Umari being
test my
kidnapped,
forgiveness.
being
because
utterly
there is
exhausted and out of spell slots, already did my arcane
You'll
recovery,
find
which
what
means I
makes you
already took a
tick,
rest and I'm
even if that
re-spent
means
again.
splitting you open.
I'm just gonna crash and just hope
Okay.
that a lot of this was a dream. Yeah,
Three Earrings is gonna fold Mayor Julk into a chair and sit on him.
That'll
reminiscing of that really awesome contraption that took very few shots to utterly dismantle.
They were really good shots.
They
be
were really
fair.
good shots.
Forgebinder is gonna hang out with you inside his Oh wait, Nate's here. What am I saying? Nate can decide what Forgebinder's doing. Medallion's gonna hang out with you inside the tiny hut.
I will also hang out with inside the tiny hut. For
Who else
that,
is getting in the nut hut?
Who's all in there? Who's not?
Well, you're not.
Clearly, I'm not.
Zatara's gonna rest out here with the peasants. He's feeling giving today. He feels like giving somebody a call lightning. It's like he's
In
only
that
got
case,
one
I'm gonna
spell
go in
slot
the hut.
left.
Just the poor pedestrian that goes by.
If there are any left.
Yeah, I mean, just thinking about how horrible that day was with all the mind flayers and deadly traps and
Seeming to
the
mix
horrible
dreams with
malnourished
reality.
slaves. That was
Allow
a
me to
horrible sight to
separate
see. I'd imagine
those
tomorrow can only be
expectations
better.
for you.
That's my thoughts.
I'm sure
Yeah.
we would
This
find
morning
out.
or
Yeah,
yesterday?
that's my thoughts.
I'm sure we
I
would
see
find
none of what
Umari.
Three Rings finds in you.
For better
Just a
or worse.
heedless,
Better.
bubbling jester. of a
Hopefully
For what
better.
it's worth, it was
A
okay
pitiful
to
joke
kind of hang
to
around
me.
with, you know?
Navies everywhere.
Yeah.
He was
You must
actually
have
a
strength.
surviving crew
But
member.
what does it count for when
He
you can't
was.
even
Which is
channel
saying a lot for
distance
us.
from reality and fiction?
Yeah, that doesn't usually happen very often.
Let's put that mindless,
Well.
senseless vessel. to
We gotta
bed.
stop handing out all of those red shirts. They seem to
Yeah.
have bad luck.
Just a little bit.
Sorry, I'm going in the hut. Sorry, Julius was getting at me.
That's fair.
While I'm in there before I go to sleep, I am gonna ritual cast. Actually, hold on. Let me check my inventory and see if I have some on me, or if I just left it at the boat. I don't know if I have any incense to summon my little mini me back.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Well, it says I only have 20 GP worth of it, so. And I don't have it anywhere else on my like. Normally, I've been trying to keep everything in like backpack, chests, and stuff like that, and I just have that in notes. Can I say that's in my backpack?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. That'll work. So yeah, I'm going to ritual cast Fine Easy.
I like to imagine you do this by like just plucking one of your feathers out, dunking it into the little brazier, and like just out comes a little mini version of you.
It's like, is it a toy? No, it's a magic bean.
What's the difference?
Okay, so Three Earrings is going to sit on a people chair. Actually, no, she's a lot worse than that. She's gonna kick this lady out of her bed.
If she doesn't have a brain, I'm sure she won't mind.
Less than half health, still sassy and salty.
Yeah. Look, she's
Cats at
cat,
their finest.
and cats exist on spite alone.
Cats at their finest.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cognac, Rita,
Yes.
Inky,
Hi.
y'all still outside of the nut hut. So,
No, I'm in the hut.
oh, you gonna go in the hut?
Yeah, I'm in the hut. No, when you said you was thinking about call lightning, it's like, and I go in the hut.
She did say that. I heard her.
She did say that.
Zatara, where are you? Why aren't you in the hut?
I was like, but I wanted to be able to cast call lightning at our enemies. Got
Question.
one spell slot left.
Zatara, question. Could you call lightning in the hut?
No, that wouldn't
Please.
work. I'd have to break the hut first. Or go outside of the hut.
Let's not call lightning inside the hut.
Well, it was just an experiment to see if it could happen. Yeah.
So,
Well, if the spell breaks, then you can use lightning.
so while you guys are sleeping, I need everybody to make perception checks.
Don't do this
Of
to me.
course you do.
Don't do this
Of
to
course
me.
We can
I
see
do.
everything in the hut, right?
Who's
One
Can I
for
make one for
Zatara.
Mini Easy?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
I don't mind.
who's
Freaking
keeping
Everyone
one
in the hut or outside the hut?
Look, everybody.
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 Okay.
I'm assuming I'm outside the hut.
So
You don't have
Yeah,
to be.
fuck it, I'm outside the hut.
Wow, that was a good perception check.
Easy got a 16.
The
And
19
Mini
for
Easy, I
Rita.
think. Hold on, let me see.
Oh yeah, I got a nat 1. I am here for it.
I got a 21 for Inca.
My God, everybody's just doing so well at looking out. So a little paranoid
Oh.
from
22 for
Cognac.
Mini Easy.
having told you guys that a mind flayer teleported in, grabbed Dumari, and then teleported away and kidnapped him. You guys are a little paranoid, and between Zatara, Rita, Mini Easy, and Inca,
Yeah.
I did not hear anything you just said, Nate.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled 23 on my perception.
No, even better. So between Forgebinder, Rita, Inca, and Mini Easy, you guys can tell that the storm begins moving towards port. Just from how quickly the bands of rain are hitting you, and then between Haminja and Mini Easy flying outside of the hut and going on patrol and coming back and informing their owners of what's going on, you guys actually notice that a ship begins to pull into the bay ahead of the storm. But none of you know what it looks like, because they can't communicate psychically what it looks like to you. But otherwise, your guys' long rest passes peacefully.
So, look around. Was anyone else kidnapped by this mind flayer?
I'm still here.
3 and 12 for today, Caleb.
A 3 and a 12 are disgusting. That sounds like failed rolls.
That sounds like failed rolls.
Good shit. Good shit.
You're gonna need those.
I hope.
So, as you guys first wake up, Zatara, you notice like Zatara is like cuddling his new staff.
Yeah, I'm keeping.
He's the first one up and out of bed. He's like, "Oh man, this weather's great. Talos be praised. Yeah, let's go break some shit."
Gotta get your morning affirmations.
So
like he goes out towards the window and he's like doing his morning stretches. He's practicing his cold lightning motions. You know, this weather's got him in a good mood.
What dog?
Believing that everyone should play the buddy
Alice?
system so no one else gets kidnapped by mind flayers, we should not go out on our own.
That's a good idea.
And eventually, hearing you guys up talking, Rearing comes out of the other room, looking quite a bit better, and a little less, you know, dying from blood loss.
Does she have a scar?
Mm-hmm. All the way from her hip to her shoulder.
Nice.
So, I prepared some of my newest spells, and hopefully we can get some use out of them.
Anything particularly interesting?
One's a little nasty. I'm just gonna say.
And Medalin's like, I can make people disappear.
What?
I'm concerned.
That sounds a lot cooler than what I thought about doing.
I mean, I can do that too. It's just.
And
there's
Zatara's
a
just
bit
like,
more
and I can
aggressive
drown
left over.
people. Wait,
Zatara,
I
you
could
can
already
always
do
drown
that.
people.
I could always do that. Why did I take this spell?
I could just envision Zatara's like, hey, I'm gonna cast water breathing on you, follow me. And then just never cast water breathing. They're like,
you just have to get used to the
He
water.
wouldn't say he's gonna cast water breathing. He's just like, hey, come here, and drags you along and dives in the water and forgets that other people can't breathe water because half his crewmates can breathe water.
So I don't think this is gonna be necessary, but I'm pulling out all stops. And I count out 10 allies. And I cast one of the charms that I stole and give everybody water breathing just in case.
Nice.
Rearing's like, wait, how many of those did you take? I thought it was just the 2.
Oh, he took quite a few.
I took 2 plus 2 plus
Times
1.
2.
Wow, so you nicked yourself a good bit of coin there. You know those things aren't cheap, right?
I didn't ask the price.
That's fair, because you stole it.
When you're using the 5-finger discount.
That's fair.
The price rarely applies.
Look, it's not stealing if nobody knows you did it, okay?
I don't think
Easy
it works
is a
that
good
way,
boy.
Zatari. Cognac, I don't think it really works that way. But
So,
hey,
eventually,
we reap
Tara
the
comes
benefits.
back to the group and says, "Hey guys, that ship that the little familiars were telling about us, it's pulling into port now. Think we should go
Yep.
take a look at that?
No.
No, that's probably right.
Oh,
According to Three Earrings, it's a crew full of mind flayers that were enemies with the mind flayers that we just murdered, and the group that was here was strong enough to keep them away and taking over this territory. They're here to take over this territory.
Oh, that's not good.
God damn
That's
it.
not great. Which means that Umari is probably on the ship.
Oh, Umari is absolutely mind flayer food.
Yeah, and
He's
has either
probably already
become mind
dead.
flayer food and part of the ship, part of the crew,
That's sad.
or
And three
Yeah.
earrings.
taking
being
him over.
cat. Three earrings be a cat is just gonna go. Well, you said it pulled into port. The Flying Dutchman doesn't need port. And she like walks over to one of the windows and is like defrosting it from the morning fog. And it's like, oh, that's weird. Almost looks like no, but that couldn't be his ship. No.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't make sense for him because he got caught by the Navy.
Ooh.
And I haven't seen his ship in years. Hey Rita, Inca, come here.
Okay.
Over there. I'll get my little spyglass out.
Okay. So she steps away from the window for the two of you to come up to the window. And Rita, you pull out your spyglass and you look and make a perception check. It's not a very high roll.
It's an 18.
That's an 18.
Yes,
Even
sir.
better. So like before you even pull out the spyglass, the shape of this ship is pretty familiar. It looks very similar to Three Rings' ship, but much larger, as this is a galleon, not a picket ship. Hers is a caravel. It's a picket, not a caravel. A galleon, not a caravel. But it's got like as you pull it out and you look at it, it's got really big golden brass bronzed eagle wings coming off of the back of the captain's quarters. And on the head of the ship, where the front mast would be, is an eagle coming off of the front of it. And you and Inca will recognize the ship as the ship of
Dad's
someone you know
ship?
quite well.
Damn
Is
it.
this Dad's ship?
This is the ship of Valina Sip's Rex Talon.
Ah,
The
you're
Screaming
kidding
Eagle.
me.
So
Dang
whose
it.
ship is that?
Cool. Yeah, of course he's here already.
Who's he?
Wait, wouldn't we kind of know who that was? What with just kind of
you're a
generally
pirate, I
being
guess.
pirates?
Yeah, you might generally know, if she said, "Oh, that's the Screaming Eagle," whose ship it is. But they're playing the pronoun game.
I'm looking at Rita and I'm like, of course he's been here already.
Who's been here?
The
By this point, I
captain.
imagine you guys are all crowding up around the window.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's a ruckus afoot, and I want to see what's going on.
I'm a peek me good that window.
I'm not gonna
So-
say his name yet. Where I'm gonna keep it to myself.
So as you guys
I'll say his
come
name.
up to the window, you guys all look out and you can see the rough outline of a large 21 gun galleon. And maybe perhaps you could just barely make out the bronze wings in the back of the ship.
Cognac. Do you think if you were the captain of that ship, you could have synced it?
I think that might truly be the unsinkable number 6.
So, are you?
Maybe you
thinking
should
what I'm
stop
thinking?
counting them so you don't jinx yourself.
Look,
It's how he keeps track.
the 6th time is the charm. Look how big it is. There's no way it could sink.
What do you think it's doing here?
It is calling for me. That's what it's doing.
You don't want
I'll
this
put
ship.
my hand on his shoulder and be like, you know what? You're right. That is your next ship. It would bring me an equal amount of joy to either see you captain that ship or to see it sink to the bottom of the ocean.
Frida!
Either way,
Okay.
you have my blessing.
Cognac, hear me out. If somehow, some way, we can engineer a fight between these Mind Flayer strawberry nonsense and the captain of that ship, whoever it may be, how insignificant their name might be, they might just be able to cause enough ruckus without damaging the ship that we could take it.
Oh, I am down for this.
The main thing we're going to want to do is make sure that none of you guys tell them that you're part of a crew or that you're captains, because he's immediately going to want to kill you.
Yep.
If we feign as members
absolutely.
of the town, play the merchant role. Welcome to town. There's a storm coming in. Type of thing.
Well, like, as you guys are talking, Three Rings walks back into the rear bedroom and she comes out like pulling blankets along the floor. These peasants are still curled up here. They're still drooling. And she drapes blankets over these guys and sweeps all the nasty ass food off the table.
Do we
what?
feed these people, or do we just kind of leave them to their fate?
I don't.
I was
There's
going
not a
to
whole
leave
lot we
them.
can do for them. Their minds are gone.
Just leave
It
them.
just seems like they're still recovering. They don't seem like they're quite as hardy or as
Oh, they've just been blasted.
durable in the head as the rest of us.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
the fun part is that's the incubation period.
So, my question is, are they going to die if we leave them here?
The exact opposite, my friend. They will come after you with a hunting vengeance.
That sounds scary. How does that work?
Well, if they've been
That's not to delve
ceramorphosed,
into the details.
if they've been ceramorphosed, maybe. But the child's too small to become a mind flayer. I think maybe
So-
an algorithm.
So these might have Mind Flayer babies in them?
They could have a tadpole in the head. Yeah.
A really
No way to
small
tell
mind
without
flayer.
just busting
kinda
open their
robot.
head to kill it.
I am imagining a halfling mind flare, and I cannot stop thinking about it. I need
That would be called an alcohol, and they're nasty
mean,
little assholes.
I really don't want
Bored
to take
because I
chances
don't
with this.
think that they are going to recover from becoming these Mind Flayers. So, I mean, it's kind of rough, but would we be doing them a mercy if we just put them down right now?
And
All of a sudden, in the
Medealin's-
background, you hear Inca roll her barrel on a gun.
Medalin's gonna come up and he's gonna flutter up onto the table, and he's going to make a medicine check to determine if he can see if these people are infected with mind flare tadpoles.
Nice.
Jimmy.
Glad there's a doctor in the house.
I mean, better him than me.
He kind of just grabs him by the head and shakes him really hard and is like, "Get out of their head! Mind flare, get up!"
And
No, I think these guys are just dumb. He rolled a 10.
I'll check your messages.
Well, that works for me.
So they're just dumb then. Like they're not
I-
infected with the mind flayer squid face strawberry thing.
No
Well,
mind
let's
flare
just-
juice here.
Let's find out. She's gonna point the gun to their head. If you don't want to die, say at least 2 words right now.
I didn't hear anything.
What did they say, Caleb?
They said mashed potato.
That's 2 words.
Okay.
You can't argue
Did it
that.
say
Does
mashed
that
No,
count?
they complimented me at least. So,
That count as I think therefore I am.
It responded.
yep.
That means
It can
there's hope, and
understand,
we can
so.
just go because they'll
Yep.
be fine.
Yep, they'll be
Or
fine.
they
Let's
won't.
go.
And then just know this. Now's your
Fair
chance
enough.
to kill us. Otherwise, we will kill you in the future if you try us. Okay, let's go.
Oh my god.
And then before leaving,
He's
Medallion goes back to the pantry and comes back out, and there's just a potato, and then he like puts it on a plate, and then just smashes it with his mace, and it's like, "You good? You good?"
He's fine.
Rita's
Man.
gonna work on
You're
like
good with
getting
that.
her
You were able to
disguise
smash the
on to look
potato
like the
without destroying
merchant
the plate.
again.
He's just a
Oh,
very
no.
literal bird.
Heavy mace.
Inca's gonna walk by Rita and it's just like, this pisses me off. I can't believe he's already been here.
I don't know how critical it is for me to explain this, but
where you are
I'm gonna give
wrong.
it a shot. If
Do the gods
if
need more
Captain
proof than
knows
this?
that we are
Dare
here,
stand against me to do so
he is
with
going
fate
to
of the
one
lives around.
immediately want to know where your
Also,
ship and your
fighting
crew
for
is.
vengeance will
Assume
lead
that the
you to
people
new
around you
peace.
are part of your
The
crew,
trusted
and
ones, because I
decide that that crew is his now, and or
do
kill
not
them.
dwell on your
Um,
thoughts,
And
as they will not be
take you
yours
back
to
on the
keep.
ship. And he and I don't get along, so I don't know what the hell he's gonna do with me. So, and I'm just like putting my costume on and just like, I'm not fucking doing this today. Like,
Well, he's definitely not gonna be happy if he finds out that his ship exploded in our care.
You think yourself somehow better
Wait, that was
than
his
that
ship?
simpleton?
Yeah, we stole his ship.
Simpleton
Oh, you
fool
two are
Rex.
so fucking
More
stupid.
honorable?
Yeah.
You need to look at your own actions.
Well, I mean, he
and
throws a
got
plank
time
party.
to
What else do you
realize
expect?
you
Like,
are just
seriously.
like your father.
Look, just tell him
We
that,
are
like, when it exploded, it
accountable
was
for
really
the
cool. He'll be
lesson
impressed.
Control from those around.
I was
Uh-huh.
listening in, by the way. I'm sorry.
Realize the potential you have.
Oh, oh,
Well,
I mean, they
now-
weren't
now's
really
the
being very
time.
quiet.
Down.
I don't know. I mean, I should probably disguise myself as well, but I don't have a disguise kit.
Spending most of their
Then
efforts
hide.
being replacement
Do
political
something.
figure to
Sneak
your
onto the
father's
ship
estate.
if you want to.
Prove your
Try get a
independence
buddy system
with
and
your
try to
heart
find
that sees your
try to
potential.
find our friend. But like, I'm begging you, don't go talk to him.
Oh, hey, Cognac, you're the one closest to the
Like,
window.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
Cognac, make a
talk to you.
perception check.
Like,
You-
I'm gonna talk
you-
to him. If anything, he's gonna try to smother
would-
me with his quote unquote fatherly love.
Give me a second. I was in the kitchen when you called for that roll. I wasn't expecting it. Okay.
You're just the closest one to the window.
Oh yeah, I'm here for it. a 2 plus 4. Wow, a 6.
It's looking
People are getting
inside.
off the ship, but you're more interested in what they're saying. It's like you look over, oh, there are people getting off the ship. Man, this is some juicy gossip.
It really is. Yes. I'm here for it. I live
Anyway,
for it.
continue.
I seriously am not really in the mood to talk to him, let alone be a part of his grand adventure. Because obviously, if he's here, that means none of our achievements matter, and it's just
This is what I was trying to avoid. This is not confront dad and figure out what's going on with our progress thus far and try to, make him see that you're incredible, because look at me in the eyes. You are incredible and I need you to not talk to him about it.
Did you say dad?
Talk to him. I'm gonna turn around. Hopefully Rita does this too, and at the same time we're just gonna go butt out.
Oh no, he needs to know. He needs to know who that man is and that man is here to murder. Murder, slave.
Look, all I heard is dad. I'm still here for all of it.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, we are the quote unquote princesses of the Pirate King, okay? There.
Their
Wait
dad
a
is
second.
Linus Rex.
Rex, as in
Brooktown Rex, yes.
as in the number one parsnip. That Rex.
Yeah, that one.
I look at them. I look outside the ship. I look at them. I look outside of the ship. I look at them again. I'm just like, ha, I got you guys in my party. Sucks to be him.
No. Again, no one's listening to me, and I don't understand why. Don't tell him that you are a captain. Do not tell him that you have a crew. Do not tell him you know us. Do not tell him that we are part of your crew.
Look, all I'll tell him is that there is a problem on this island, and maybe him and the problem will deal with each other.
I fail to see how you think he is a reasonable person. He's not.
No, it's easy. We'll just play the part of the villagers and say, oh, there's a terrible mind flayer issue. The same thing that the villagers told us when we got here. There were some crazy pirates who came here and they just started murdering everybody.
Question.
And all of our townspeople are dead, and he'll just move the fuck on.
Question.
All right, well, I'm going to let you do the talking then. Hopefully he doesn't hear me. So, because I'm not good with words.
What's your question?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think you'll be able to fool your own father?
I'm uncomfortable with the question and don't want to answer.
This feels great.
3 rings says no. I do have a question though. What the fuck is he doing over here?
That's what I'm trying
His
to figure out.
territory's up in Brooktown. He's like a quarter of the way around the world from there.
Well, he has more than a few stories in his pocket. One of them actually fighting a mind flayer, so it wouldn't surprise me that he's here for the glory.
It's just odd timing.
I literally would not be surprised if he struck a deal with Jones and he's here with him. Like, this is my surprised face.
Yep.
So
what was that, Easy?
Jones and Rex are buddies or enemies? I'm curious.
Who's to say? Could be either. Could be both. Probably both.
3 rings. Do you know?
I'm gonna send a message to Rex.
I never met any of. I never met
You're gonna
any
what?
I want to send a message to Rex.
Are you?
Okay. You got 25 words.
No, what? No. He does not need to know we're here.
You don't know what he's gonna say?
Family bonding
I'm
time.
mapping
Go.
this out. I'm mapping this out, so let the conversation continue.
Okay.
Three
rings says, well, I don't know any of the other thralls that were under Jones's command, but I know I was the one with the greatest amount of freedom. Instead of simply destroying my mind or eating my brain or turning me into a mind flayer, he sent me out into the world under command of a rather powerful Gias spell. So I know he had other vassals, but I don't know who they were. But I do know he's not really in the habit of letting people have too long of a lead. Take me, for example.
I was
Should
short
we be hiding
exactly
you?
was
I feel like we should be hiding you.
From who?
Jones?
Oh, trust me, if he wanted me, I'm sure he could come and get me.
Well, he's heading this way is why I ask.
Yeah, that's why I want to get out of here.
Great.
Can we
Let's
just
start heading in the getting out of here direction.
Yeah, let's go.
We
That's
still
one
need
right
to
there.
get Umari back.
The Three Rings is gonna put a hand on your shoulder and go, "No, we don't. We need to run for our lives."
Three earrings. Look, have you ever had a companion you were willing to die for? Umari's not that guy for me, but I mean, he is one of my crew, so.
Out in space right now.
I'll drink one to that.
Rest in peace to old friendships.
I'd crack a cold one to that.
Gone and immediately forgotten.
Wait. After a long rest, is Cognac still an idiot, or is this like?
No.
No,
This
this is
all
just straight cognac.
all the intelligent points have been regained. I
Oh,
decided
great.
that
Oh, this
technically
is.
Might
you
still
regain
be
one
an
every time you
idiot.
take any
It's
rest.
just a normal amount.
He's just a normal idiot now. He's
It's-
not an extravagant idiot.
So I use Sending to say, "Hi Rex, I'm Ezelred. The town is under siege of mind flayers. Why have you shown up here at the same time as the flayers?"
You're adorable.
Yay.
It's a fair question.
Like, just a sweetie.
Easy. You get a reply. And it's only 2 words. Send help.
Oh shit.
I just go back. He's like, "So I think I just messaged your dad, and he only said to send help. So now's your chance to probably prove yourselves to him. We should probably save him."
Send help for him, or we should send help for ourselves.
Well, I was. Can I insight check it? Like his tone of
You
voice?
can make an insight check.
Hey, I have a
actually,
question.
That's actually pretty good.
Hold on.
I have a
I
question for
think
you.
I have a decent
Mhm.
one too.
I'm
So 20
looking
total.
at my intelligence for it was a 9, right?
It was a 9. Did I not fix that?
It's showing as a 0.
Oh,
Damn.
you've regained a little bit since then, but it should be back to normal.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. I'm trying to fix it, and
What was it beforehand?
it was a 9.
9.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a 9. There's no modifiers to it.
Yeah,
So it's what it was before.
Or
My
actually, 9 is
intelligence
negative
wasn't a
1.
0.
It's probably a +0.
My charisma was pretty high as well.
I didn't change anything to your charisma, but your intelligence has a 0 modifier to it.
Yeah, that's maybe.
Like,
just...
I didn't-
If it's 10,
I,
it's a
I
0.
took away
Got
the
That's
I
why
took away the negative modifiers to it. So
that's why I was confused though. It was backwards. The modifiers are in the big box instead of the small circle. Okay,
There we go.
never mind.
So a 20 total on the idea of trying to interpret it, what he meant by send help.
All right, say that again.
I'm writing down some notes.
Okay.
Okay, so the kind of response you got was a hoarse whisper, like somebody who has been struggling and is very, very exceedingly tired.
So I stick with my initial statement and think to myself that I meant what I said. That now's your guys' opportunity to try and save his ass. And that might prove to yourself that you're worth a damn to his eyes, because apparently you have a very low self-esteem from him, and that's not a good kind of quality to have.
Especially with your own father.
I just turn to Inca and just go, "You've immediately been called out."
Just gonna look at her like, why is
Just so
this?
quickly.
Just should we save his ass or not?
I mean, saving his ass would mean also saving our asses, because here's the thing. It's possible that he's being controlled,
Okay.
which means Jones is controlling him, who's controlling the crew. So Jones now has two pretty fucking strong ships and crews to get us with. So we free him, one less crew to kill us.
If I may also chime in, if I were a Fazel, I would want my half fish, half cat tadpoles to save me if I were in trouble.
Are you flirting with me?
Only
I do
Izzy
not
was
know.
Is this a thing? I was unaware. Stay out of my bedroom. Also, I forgot to show you guys. I had made a rough drawing of what the goddamn it. I had made a rough drawing of what the actual
The ship?
I have to turn off my camera and turn it back on again.
Of what the ship looks like?
Of what the ship looks like.
Okay.
So there's a floating stormy ship, and then there's a screaming eagle.
This is what she had drawn on a sheet of paper when she showed you guys what the Flying Dutchman looked like.
Okay.
So it looks like a normal sailing ship, but with a big conch shell on the back and a ring of lightning around the middle.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And the name of that ship we should know, correct? What's the name of the ship?
The Flying Dutchman.
Okay.
Everybody's heard of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
Literally, that looks like if you made it to like scale, that looks like a ceremonial knife. And the conch shell is a handle, and the rest of it's a blade.
Alright, fine. We'll go ahead and save him.
The gangster ship.
But I swear I'm getting all the credit this time.
Well, I think we have nothing to it but to do it.
Do we even know where they are?
Nope, but we can find out. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. She's gonna begrudgingly follow.
So as you guys leave and exit out into the rain, it's raining pretty hard out now, and you guys can see that the storm is a little over 10 hours away.
Wait, the storm is about 10 hours away from like heavy, like it's just like light drizzle right now.
Yeah, it's like light drizzle right now, and just from a rough estimation from where you can see, it's a few miles offshore. You can actually see the eye of the storm from where you're at. You can't make out anything in the eye of the storm, but you can see where it's at from here, and it's a light drizzle, just a constant little pitter-patter of rain.
Well, we're making our choice right now, yes or no? I'm saying yes.
Yeah,
Alright,
let's
question.
do it.
Who has locate person?
Nope.
Nope.
Nobody.
How about locate object?
Maybe locate object will help. Yeah.
Let me double check my spell list. I believe I don't have that, but I might. I don't think I ever took it.
Medallion has locate object.
All right.
Ah.
Would Medallion be familiar enough with Umari's armor?
Or his great axe, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that he's on Jones's ship. That's the assumption that I'm
Did
running.
Umari
off
still
of.
have his nose ring?
Yes.
We should
Could
locate
try to
that.
find the nose ring.
Locate him by his nose ring.
I mean, you can take off the armor, you can throw away the axe,
All of his nose.
but you can't.
That's a
lose
fair
his
point.
nose.
So you guys are gonna ask him to cast locate object on Umari's nose clamp?
Yep.
Ring? Okay. So as you guys do that, Medallion kind of looks confused for a moment and goes, well, he's definitely not anywhere nearby.
It's really sweet that you guys know Mari so well.
What can we say? We care.
Apparently you don't. But...
Hey, I care.
So
Not enough to die, but I mean, I care.
It's in 1,000-mile radius, right? That spell.
No, not a 5 mile, 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet radius. So he's not within 1,000 feet of any direction.
But as long as he maintain concentration on it for the next 10 minutes.
We have
How long
an
does it take
idea
to
of
get to
Further than 1,000
How
feet
long does it
away.
take to get to the
right.
port?
That depends. If you guys were to walk out there, it took you 3 hours to walk from the mansion to the town last. It took them about an hour and a half to fly in a straight line here.
So I think.
Oh, by the way, Rudiger is here.
I think what we'll do is we'll have Medallion fly around, see if he can get a signal in what direction to go to.
He just looks at you with
Starting with
armor.
the
He's like,
direction
that
of the
doesn't really work
Dutchman.
out for a while, very well.
Thank you. Motions for Rudiger.
Rudiger can fly.
And Rudiger can carry Medallion and fly.
Can Rudiger carry Medallion and fly?
Yeah.
That's one sick ass Rudiger. I just
And
look at
he
it,
carried
it's
2 freaking cannons before. Or a whole
And he was-
cannon, sorry.
He was barely moving along.
Alright,
Oh.
well, with him,
I'm thinking- I'm
I'll go
forgetting
ahead and
Rudiger's
fly
the
up there with him and see if we can find anything. You guys can come up with a plan.
So you guys want to spend 10 minutes out here searching for Umari?
Nope. There's no point. He's not close. We should just.
I mean, like I said,
head-
I really think that
head to town.
if he's anywhere, he's going to be on one of the ships.
He's on the Flying Dutchman.
We're gonna try to fly towards it and see if we can get a ping on his location with the spell.
I have
Fly
to-
towards the Screaming Eagle or town?
Well,
Are they both in the same direction?
Because you guys have no clue where the Flying Dutchman is.
Okay, well, let's try the Screaming Eagle first.
Okay, so that's a little outside of town. Flying from here to the port would be about 2 hours.
Alright, we just want to get close enough to where it's just within the edge of radius to see if Umari is on that ship. But because I don't want them to notice us.
Well, the spell will expire long before you get in range of it.
Oh, I see.
But
Yeah, no-
upside, Umari's not like hidden around here.
He's not.
And then if you guys did like a slight spiral, like you go out 1,000 feet every minute and go in a big circle like that, you guys could tell he's not within the nearest mile around you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With that information, we relay it to everyone and we're just like, should we just go back to town?
I mean, my vote would be go to the Screaming Eagle. I really think we can take it.
we gotta deal with the Screaming Eagle.
Not with a
I
bunch
mean-
of crew that's loyal.
Well,
We don't know how loyal they are.
Loyal to the point of not wanting to die. Loyal.
what if they're already dead?
You're being
I
too
doubt it.
easy.
Like the mind flayers could have shown no mercy, and they could be all like those guys that were in the mansion. You know, they could all be puppets. I think they were puppeted. It was really weird because I talked to the mayor, and like it still bugs me that I didn't know. I couldn't tell even with reading its thoughts that it was. I don't know what happened. I'm not used to not knowing that.
Well, we
I
can go
have-
investigate stealthily.
I have an idea. I'm gonna look back out the window to see what's.
You guys are like
what-
outside. Will.
Yeah,
Oh.
we've been walking. Hopefully,
Whoop.
we've been walking.
Yeah,
back
you guys
to
are.
town.
You guys have been walking back towards town.
Shit. I guess I wouldn't be able to see the ship or anything like that at this point.
Which ship?
Well,
The Screaming
hopefully we're heading
Screaming
towards the
Eagle,
Screaming
yeah.
Eagle. Yeah.
Yes, you could. You guys could look because you guys are on cliffside up outside of town on a big hill. That's where the manor sits. So you guys can look downhill and see the Screaming Eagle until you're about halfway down to town.
Can we see any of the crew like wandering around?
You don't see any of the crew leaving, but you do remember earlier some people left the ship, and you were just, you were more interested in what they were saying.
But I didn't catch what direction they were going, did I?
Nope.
God damn it. Yes, that is the old cognac luck. Damn. Well, shit. Don't suppose I can see him now, can I?
Hey,
That
Caleb.
depends.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Depends on what I roll. What am I rolling?
You could make a perception check if you want. I'll allow it.
Alrighty.
In the meantime, where's the ship?
In the meantime, what?
Where is our ship?
Your guys' ship would be on the third dock. So this dollar bill will represent the Screaming Eagle.
Dollar bill, y'all.
16.
Oh, so our ship is just okay. Which means we gotta go past their ship anyway to get to our ship.
And this ship will represent the Reckless Intent.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem. So you guys were in the
We will
furthest
find
dock,
the
and they're in the closest one to shore. Well, you rolled poorly.
Really? Out of 16?
Out of 16.
Jesus.
So, out of 16, this is probably an hour outside of town, or an hour after you guys have left, just before it dips down. You know what? I will give you some information. About an hour, the ring is beginning to pick up a little more steadily and become a little more heavy as the storm is coming into port. And you hear the report of a cannon going off, and you can see smoke and fire, like smoke from a fire, coming from somewhere just outside of the Dogmire.
That is interesting. Shall we investigate?
Is it on the way?
Is it?
Nope. Dogmire's on the opposite side of town from where you guys are going to be entering from.
Nope.
So, like, you guys will be entering from this half of town. And the Dogmire
Out of my
is on
way.
this half of town.
I'll give you a death worth deserving. A mindless battling starvation.
I'm sorry, Captain Kodiak, but I'm gonna have to put my foot down on that one.
Don't test my forgiveness.
Oh.
Because there is
Are you sure?
Positive.
It
But
might
perhaps-
be the crew member.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We will find what makes you tick. Even if that means splitting you open.
Eh.
Come prove you're worth more than the air you breathe.
What's the
Might
matter?
get-
He wants to go towards the giant boom noise / fire, and it's on the other side of town.
Yes, to cannon fire.
I'll go with you to the boom.
Ah, that is two. 2 votes.
I'm
Take
going
a
with Cognac.
sending stone with you.
I think I still have the sending stone with me from
But hold on.
before.
Wait,
I,
are you sure you want to split the party?
do you think their dad is at the boom or at a ship? Oh God, I don't know.
I think we should try the ship first, because it's the most likely.
We will be missing out on a boom.
Right.
Hmm.
Which is a good thing considering what we just went through.
I mean,
Okay. You guys come back to that crossroads just south of the manor. Continue heading south. Back towards the town. And then you come
Yeah.
to the broken bridge.
broken bridge.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just take turns taking Rediger over it.
I will
that's
fly
right, You
over.
have Rediger this time.
I'm gonna fly over.
I can just hand wave it. You guys have Rediger this time.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So
Actually, I'm gonna
I
go get a
love it.
drink. I'll be right back.
I loaded that for nothing. So as you guys cross the broken bridge and begin heading the second half towards town, you can see that the storm is approaching much closer, and just out in front of the storm, you can make out what seems to be a large boat floating out ahead of the storm.
Ships. That's it.
In the
Can I
air.
can I borrow your spyglass?
Yeah. I'll hand it
Cool.
to her.
She's gonna look through it towards the front of the storm, and I'm pretty sure she knows what she's going to see.
So as you look out into the front of the storm, you see a large, it's about the same size as your guys' picket ship. A large ship, with a ring of lightning around it, and it's like the storm is drifting off the sides of it. Almost like this ship is dragging the storm along with it.
Yep. Just as I
That
thought.
looks like some call lightning bullshit.
It's
And I'm-
bullshit, right?
I'm just gonna give Satara the stink eye.
Star goes, look, what? It's too far away!
Just to be clear, that is Rex's ship, correct?
No,
Oh, that's the Dutchman.
that's the Dutchman. The Screaming Eagle is in port.
Yep.
wait,
Just
we
as
have
I
located
thought,
the
he
Dutchman.
closes the spyglass and hands it back to her. It's the Dutchman.
Oh, we need to go now.
Yeah, we do.
We should deal with the Dutchman.
Half of me wants to go look for Umari. The other half just wants to leave.
As close as the Dutchman is now,
Aw.
we may have no choice but to fight for our lives before we run for our lives.
Yeah, they're gonna be heading right into port.
So I think I see the way to solve this puzzle. We combine forces with your dad and fight the Dutchman. After you save him, it will be like an epic tale. You'll have saved his lives, and he could be even more grateful that he will have to help you in your endeavors, and that's to rid the world of this evil alien foe called a Mind Flayer, and we will destroy it all.
Easy, you really like to read books, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say you read a lot. Our dad is a very old